Alright, what's going on, guys? I just want to make a short video, hopefully, just talking about my thoughts and opinions on the new Octane buffs that came out with the new Lost Treasures collection event update. I'm a little late, I know. I've actually stopped playing Octane temporarily. I've stopped playing him just because he's kind of like buggy right now. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I will get to that later, so stay tuned for that. Um, but I just want to talk about the changes Respawn made. I like them. I like what they did. Um, Unfortunately, I do think that it doesn't solve the number one problem this character has, and that's he's lacking team utility. Um, Really, the only thing he offers his team is his launch pad, which is, it's okay. Um, they gave him a double jump for the launch pad. You can see right here. That's really it. They didn't really add anything else that gives him that team utility he needs. And I have one suggestion. Hopefully, somebody from Respawn sees this and takes my suggestions with some credibility. I'll show you my stats. I've been using this character way more than I should. I mean, let's be real. This character is not the best, realistically. But I make the most of it. He's a fun character, man. Of course you have characters like Gibraltar and Wraith and Pathfinder. Maybe not so much nowadays, but Pathfinder back in season 1, oh my goodness, man, that character was god tier, and I still stuck with this character. Even with that, even with Pathfinder, with Wraith, season 1 Wraith, oh boy, that cooldown, I think it was like 25 seconds or something. Oh man, it was rough. But I stuck through it. I was loyal to this character, and I still am. No regrets. I know there's potential for this character. If they do it right, this character can definitely turn around and be competitive, I think. But they have to make some change. They have to do something, and that's the problem. That's the tough thing with this character. He's in such a weird state right now. I feel like Respawn doesn't even know really what they want to do with him, you know? But, not to downplay what they've done, I like what they did ultimately with the buffs. So let's talk about those real quick. So they buffed his stem, which sprint speed is now 40% rather than 30%. So they increased it by 10% only when you're sprinting. So if you're strafing, if you're walking, that's still the normal 30%. It's what it's always been. It's now when you're running, it's 40%. And you definitely notice that. I really like that. And they also made a change to slows. So if you're being hurt by caustic gas, a Gibraltar airstrike, a Bangalore airstrike, whatever it is, anything that can slow you, upon activation of stim, it cancels that slow completely, which is really nice. Um, Especially if you're fighting like a caustic. The fact that you can just take a little damage just to cancel that gas just for a couple seconds, that could be huge. Um, so I like that. Nice quality of life. buff there for his stim. And like I said previously, his launch pad now has a double jump. It's a nice addition. At the end of the day, his launch pad is still kind of poo-poo. You know, you'll still get lasered out of this guy if it's a really good player. You know, and that's really it. Respawn's been talking about how they want more team utility for this character, and I can't help but feel a little disappointed that they didn't really address that, even though they've been talking about it for so long now. I have one suggestion, which is give him a new passive. Or maybe not a new passive, but a second passive. In addition to Swift Mend, which is he restores health over time. Which is here. Let's hop into the firing range real quick. So this new passive that I'm suggesting, I don't know if it'll be enough for this character, but it would definitely be a nice addition for sure, I think. So what am I talking about? I'm talking about fast revive. If we take a look at Lifeline, if you hadn't heard by now, this new Lost Treasures event actually changed Lifeline's passive, which used to be the combat revive, which is where she would revive faster and have the shield in front, you know. They took that away from Lifeline and kind of reworked that a little bit. Now she can heal people or revive people with her drone and give her the option to defend them, or she can go revive another teammate. I don't know if this is a good change. I'm not a Lifeline main, so if there's anybody that's a Lifeline main, let me know what you think of that. But she doesn't have fast revive anymore. So what other character would be perfect for that? It's Octane. It's calling his name. I'm telling you guys. If this character has fast res, you could make such good plays, you know? So one thing I'm sure you guys have seen Octane players do is if, you know, their teammate is knocked, you know, say there's a knocked teammate right here, right? We'll throw our launch pad, you know, just so close to them, just so they can, you know, kind of get out of the situation where there's like a whole bunch of people fighting and whatnot. You know, we'll throw our launch pad, you know, and we'll launch you to like a safe spot. You know, and then we'll res. Imagine that with fast res. You know, I mean, that would create so many nice opportunities to have those clutch moments like that. You know, little things like that can really, in my opinion, I think could really bump this character up. You know, and if we use stim, you know, we run to our teammate, you know, and pull off the res. I don't know. I think fast res is perfect for this character. You know, maybe they can do like a cool little animation, kind of like Watson. Give him like a unique animation where he injects them with his stim. You know, and there's a million different things Respawn can do with that. You know, maybe give them a little speed boost for a few seconds to let them, you know. I think fast res is the play. I think that's the one buff this character needs. You guys see what I'm saying? I think it would be nice. for this character. Make that a second passive, you know? Or, I don't know, when you're stemmed, you know, right? You're stemmed and you revive a teammate, you revive them faster or something. I don't know. They could do something, you know? You know, maybe give that like a passive. Like a little secondary passive effect. Or I don't know. There's a ton of things they could do, man. You know, when you have a character like Gibraltar, who has like fucking like 3 passives, you know, it's like why not Octane? He needs it. He needs new passives. You know, I think his tactical and his launch pad are nice. I think they're, you know, his launch pad, you know, it's not the greatest. Let's be real. It's still kind of like eh. But you know, the double jump is a nice addition. Give this guy some new passives, man. It's calling his name. I'm telling you, fast res. You know, when you have a character like Gibraltar, right, who has, you know, his gun shield is 1 passive. You know, you can heal faster in his dome shield. You can revive people faster in his dome shield. You know, like, let's see Octane get some new passives, you know? I think fast res would fit this character so well. And it would really create some interesting plays. I think that would be a nice buff for him. What do you guys think? Let me know. I mean, there's a bunch of different things that I can think of off the top of my head, but I think it would be a little, maybe a little too powerful. I was thinking maybe fast heal, but you know, Respawn has been kind of tackling that ability. You know, they've been nerfing that a whole bunch. You know, they took it away from Lifeline. They took it off of gold armor. But I don't know. Maybe give Octane fast heal like Gibraltar's fast heal in the bubble. I know Lifeline had, I don't know the exact percentage. Maybe I think it was 25%. Correct me if I'm wrong. I do think she used to have like 25% fast healing. But they, you know, obviously they took that away from her. I know Gibraltar in the dome shield healing items are 15% faster, I think. I believe. So maybe they give that 15% fast healing to Octane? I don't know. I mean, that would be... I know some people are probably thinking, nah, that would be fucking broken. Yeah, probably, but... I mean, like, I want to see this character up there, man. You know? You know, seeing the Mirage rework that Respawn did, you know? You know, I mean, there's a bunch of things they could do with this character. You know, I do think fast heal ultimately will be a little too strong, especially in a really good player's hands. You know, in bunny hopping, you know, and fast heal, that would be fucking crazy. But hey, one can only dream, right? Yeah, you know, if there's one change I would make, I would give this character fast revive. I think, you know, maybe not as fast as Lifeline's res, maybe more of like Gibraltar's. Or are they the same? I'm not sure. I'm not sure of that. But so people have been asking me why I've been not using Octane as of recent. There's a few reasons. The number one reason is when your stim cancels, or when it runs out and you're shooting, it cancels like that. As you just saw, I was ADSing and I just pressed R2. I'm still holding R2 and L2, by the way. For some reason, when stim expires, it just cancels everything that you're doing. See right there, it just cancels. That's definitely a bug. That was never the case with this character. So hopefully they fix that soon. You know, I know a lot of people give them crap for all these bugs and stuff, but we gotta remember at the end of the day they're working from home. I can't even imagine how difficult that might be. So you know, they're doing their best. We just gotta be patient. So there's that. And when you stim, Swift Mend, the passive where you regenerate health, is delayed for some reason. So as you can see, my health isn't regenerating. Still, look how delayed now it goes. That was never the case. I'll probably put up a little comparison of what it usually is and how it is now. It's delayed. And I know a couple people have been talking about that, and that is definitely the case. Swift Mend is delayed. I don't know if that was intentional. I didn't read that in the patch notes. I like to think that it was unintentional. You know, it's not a huge deal, but considering how often stim is available, you know, that delay just, it's kind of a pain in the ass. But you know, like I said, it's nothing crazy. One really cool addition. This isn't really it's definitely not intentional. I'm sure you guys have experienced this before if you've been playing this character recently. When you heal and you stim, you actually are able to sprint while you're healing. It's really funny. So I'll pop a medkit right here, and then I'll stim, and you're fucking sprinting. You can slide, everything. I know a lot of people are bummed out that they're patching that, and I mean, let's be real, that's pretty broken. I mean, they patched bunny hop healing for a reason. Obviously, this is just 10 times worse than bunny hop healing. You know, I mean, just imagine being, you know, one shot in a fight, you know, and you pop a Phoenix and just stim, and like, look at that. That's broken. I mean, it's nice, you know. It's definitely nice. It's a nice little addition, but obviously it needs to get patched. That's really definitely not intended. If you weren't aware of that, you know, definitely take advantage of that while you can. And that's really it. It's mainly the stim bug and the Swift Mend delay is really why I kind of just took a break from this character until they really like address that. It's pretty frustrating to deal with. Um, but yeah, that's really all I wanted to talk about. I hope this video isn't too long. But thanks for watching. The support on my videos these past few weeks have been insane. Um, I know it doesn't seem like much, you know, I get like a couple hundred here and there. But for me, you know, my videos on average back then would get, I mean, like 20 views, and like half of those would be from me, you know. Now I'm getting like my Octane videos are getting like 200 at least. It's insane. You guys love my Octane vids, and I promise you guys when these bugs are addressed and it's all nice and smooth, I promise you guys expect a bunch of Octane videos in the future. Um, but let me know what you guys think. What are some changes you guys would make to Octane? Um, Me personally, I think fast res is perfect. It's perfect for this character. It fits his persona, you know, about it's all about going fast. It's, you know, it's perfect for this character. And you know, and with the whole stem thing, and it I think it would be a nice fit for this character. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. What are some buffs you would give Octane? I'd be definitely interested to see what you guys come up with. And yeah, thanks for watching. If you made it this far, thank you. You're awesome. Just the fact that there's people out here that enjoy my content, it's awesome, man. You know, getting these gameplays is not easy. You know, with the skill-based matchmaking and all that jazz, it can be rough. So, you know, but I do it for you guys, man. I really enjoy playing this game at the end of the day, and just the fact that I can upload stuff and people will watch it and enjoy it and learn from it. That's fucking awesome. So thank you guys, and yeah, I'll see you on the next one.